Today I'm going to respond to some viewer questions about my NMN lifestyle, my NAD booster of choice, and I want to touch upon these topics that come up frequently. Over the past 3.5 years, I've been posting YouTube videos. YouTube is not always kind to supplementing, so we're trying to push through that. We're trying to push back. What I can say is if you're watching this and you have tried to keep up with my content or want to keep up with my content, watch for YouTube Shorts because I'm posting more short nuggets with this type of information so you can binge watch those at your leisure. I'm also posting a lot on other platforms like Instagram, so you can find me there as Marcel the Pulse. The first thing that I want to respond to is somebody asked me about tinnitus and if NMN boosting or NAD boosting can have any impact on tinnitus sufferers. And to be honest, when I read this, I was going through a bunch of research and looking up a bunch of questions and topics and messages that people have sent me and publicly posted. Tinnitus surprised me because I used to have tinnitus quite often. I'm a musician. I used to DJ a lot in the clubs. I'm used to hearing loud music. So the fact that I had tinnitus, it was never severe. But it was frequent and annoying, but never so bad that I seeked out medical attention. It's the kind of thing that when I did talk to an ear doctor and had my ears tested, I brought it up and they said it's common, at your age, right? Now I'm 60. When I saw this comment, I realized I can't remember the last time I had tinnitus. I don't remember when it was. And my tinnitus started pretty early in my late 20s. Probably again because I was listening to so much loud music, both in my studio, headphones, and also in live venues. I still listen to loud music. I'm not getting fatigued the way I used to. So it's really interesting that my tinnitus, at least it's not so bad that I'm thinking about it or that I can recall when I had it last. And that struck me as kind of strange because I always read that you can't cure it. So the fact that I've maybe reduced it enough to where it's down in that noise floor, the general stuff that we hear all the time, it's pretty cool. A lot of people ask about specific diseases and if NAD boosting can impact those. It's really impossible for me to state that because there's just not enough research about these individual conditions that people suffer from. Although at one count, I had 25 things that were improved, and a few of those were disease-related, like excessive asthma, breathing issues, anxiety attacks, fatty liver, and also I was pre-diabetic before doing my NAD boosting routine or protocol. So the fact that these things have all reversed, kind of interesting. Your mileage may vary and probably will, but a lot of people have reported that their diseases have gone into remission when they've started taking this protocol. Speaking of the protocol, my routine is in the description of this video. There are 16 things that I take on a daily basis. I talk about them a lot. I also do the other David Sinclair things like exercise frequently, try to get a good night's sleep. I eat healthy. I've reduced sugar to very little, maybe a little more on the holidays than usual, but I've reduced sugar to almost nothing. And I've reduced alcohol. Sad to say, I do love German beer and I live in Germany, but I've reduced it to 1, maybe 2 on some days, and that's pretty much it. Because I feel so much better all the time. I'm not looking to be numbed or I'm not looking for that feeling better because I'm feeling great all the time now. My protocol are the obvious, the free stuff, as Alan Graves, CEO of DoNotAge, would say, and DoNotAge are the supplements that I take that are in the description. You can use my code THEPULSE and save money. People do ask about that. Like they hear me talk about the discount code, miss the message in the description. That comes up in more comments than you would probably believe, but it does come up, and that's why I oftentimes bring it up just to make sure that everybody knows it's there. And I thank those of you that have used it and supported this channel over the years. A very common question that I get is, are you still improving? Are things still getting better? And I think, again, that has to do with the algorithm not showing the videos consistently enough. And I'm bringing this up again. Yes, every year has been better for 3.5 years. Every 6 to 12 months, I feel a bit generally better, generally healthier. I don't know how long this ride's going to go, but I just turned 60 a couple weeks ago, and I'm feeling fantastic. I never envisioned turning 60 to be such a great thing, but don't mind it at all. I love it. I love feeling great the way that I feel, and basically I think I look okay for my age, and I'm happy about that. Oftentimes people ask about other NAD boosters than the one that I take, which again is in the description. I'm not trying to be coy. I don't want to bring it up too much to set off flags for the algorithm. But yes, it's in the description. But people ask about others, like an NMN-H or NAD+, or beta-NMN, which is the same as regular NMN, niacin, NR, or these super NAD boosters that never really seem to materialize. So from all the research I've done on this, NMN still comes out on top over the others. Sorry, algorithm. It just does. And if there was a better path, yes, I would explore it. Absolutely. But I haven't seen it play out that way. And if you look at the results from people taking the various supplements that I'm talking about, the various ingredients, there's always one that rises to the top, so I've stuck with it. People do ask about research. I looked at a lot of research early on and pass that on. But there are research that lends itself to either side of the fence. At this point, I've zeroed in on my protocol that I mentioned. I've stuck with it, and I'm trying to see how good I can do for how long with it. And I'm not trying to deviate right now from where I am. I'm a living experiment of this David Sinclair approach of boosting NAD levels, taking some sirtuin activators, and just kind of riding it out to see how well I do over the long haul. This may be it for me. This may be my protocol. It may not change much unless some groundbreaking research comes and changes my mind about things. This may be it. This may be as good as it gets for me. And so far, I'm happy with that. If I just get better health span, maybe 10, 20 years of just better life than I would have had, certainly than I had 5 years ago, I'm content with that. I'm accepting of that. This protocol, based on today's science, may be just the best thing for my generation that we found so far. Hopefully more things will come. I'm sure there will be other developments, but safety is also an issue for me. I do have 2 young children. I don't want to experiment with hormones or too many experimental drugs, so I'm keeping it to just the natural ingredients. I'm staying with things that exist in the food supply or in our bodies already. Speaking of David Sinclair, I've been critical of his moves over the past couple of years with Metro Biotech and with the FDA. Some people have kind of taken offense to that. Some people have been turned off by that. Some people have been defending him and even suggesting that if NMN were just a drug, it'd be a good thing. I just feel like it can be a drug and still be a supplement, a dietary supplement that people have access to. And millions of people, tens of millions of people all over the world are taking it already. So to reverse course on that, it just seems silly to me. And of course, I'm against it. Amazon comes up a lot. Just so you know, I think probably one of the biggest things I've been able to do on this channel is warn people about the fakes that are up on Amazon. It's unfortunate that they've had such a problem with it. NMN is off the market, but only in the US from what I've seen on Amazon. It's available in other countries, and I warn everybody, no matter where you're watching, to not get your supplements from Amazon in general. It's not restricted to NAD boosters. There are many other supplements that are fake, that have been found to be fake on Amazon. So just go to a direct source. Avoid that. Many people wrote to me thanking me for that information, that very information, because they were taking them from there. And they realized, oh my gosh, these may be fake. Or they found out they were fake after I said something. They had them tested or asked some questions or did some additional research and found out, oh my gosh, I'm taking a fake NAD booster. So be aware of that and be careful of that. People have suggested a lot of changes to my protocol. Why don't you try this? Here's a video about it. Why don't you try that? Many companies have approached me. Why don't you try this machine of some sort? Or why don't you try this? And I read through them. I try to be aware of the other treatments or protocols that are out there, but it comes back to what I said. I'm having success with what I'm doing. I don't want to deviate too much. I don't want to introduce at my age too many things to my body. I'm happy with where I'm at, and I'm really not looking. I do read up on other treatments, and I try to be peripherally aware of what's going on out there. I just haven't actively pursued other anti-aging treatments because I'm happy with this natural path that I've done, right? Everything I'm doing is either diet related or supplement related with natural ingredients. Then I eat the foods in addition to that to synergize with those ingredients. Then I exercise. Then I intermittent fast. And everything I've done has been within the framework of that general approach. And it's changed my life. It's improved my vision. I don't have things like tinnitus, which I just realized, as I said at the outset, or even like bleedy gums, or many other things that were nagging at me or catching up with me have just reversed or gone away. So I'm really happy with the protocol I'm on, and I hope you guys get something out of it. Like, look over it, see what might work for you, and start on your own anti-aging path. I wish you luck, and I'll talk to you soon.